What's going on, guys? It's the TheHunterProject here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a Halo Infinite video on 7 types of Halo Infinite players that you may come across and might even possibly be you. As always, if you do enjoy, a like would be extremely appreciated as it does help out the channel a ton, and subscribe for a lot more content like this. And let's set the like goal of 50 likes, and if that is met, then it would mean the world to me. But with that out of the way, let's jump straight into the video. The Noob. This type of player is more common than ever now that Halo Infinite's multiplayer is free to play. These are the players who most of the time shouldn't be blamed for sucking at the game regardless of how much they suck. They are still learning to play the game, they're not too sure what each of the weapons do, so when they do come across any of them, they're not going to pick them up, they're just going to glue themselves to the assault rifle that they spawn with, and lucky for them, the Halo Infinite assault rifle is probably the best assault rifle out of all the Halo games, so I can't blame them for holding tightly onto it. In many cases, these players will feed the enemy team with kills, thinking they can outplay mid to long range weapons with the assault rifle, or even just pushing into a group of enemies by themselves and just giving a free kill to the enemy team. This can be quite the treat for players who are on the opposite team facing these noobs, but remember, everyone starts somewhere, so if you do have them on your team, try not be too mean about it, especially if you're playing quick play or big team battle, as surely in due time they will learn the game properly. The Average Joe. This type of player is arguably one of the most common types of players, and if you're playing with randoms, one of them more than likely are going to be one of these. These players can generally hold their own against a solo enemy, assuming that the enemy player isn't extremely skilled at the game, and they are more than willing to pick up other weaponry, accompanied by basic to good knowledge on how they should be using them. Some may be FPS players in general, allowing them to apply universal tactics and strategies to the battle, and others may be avid Halo players who play in the little free time they have. Regardless, they are your bread and butter players, and will do whatever is required to win, whether that is holding the oddball, slaying the enemies, or capturing the flag. The Vehicle Fanatic. This type of player loves to either drive vehicles or man the guns they have attached to them. They are the type of players that will instinctively jump onto your Warthog's turret as soon as you approach them, or when they've noticed you, whether you needed to honk the horn for them or not. You can always count on them to make good use of the vehicles on the map, and in some cases, terrible use of them, but regardless, they love their vehicles and will try help you in the best way they think they can. These players are generally found in big team battle, as you'd expect with all the vehicles that can be found in the game mode, and will usually always be found either driving around or gunning down the enemies on the Warthog's turret. Some of them can be so extreme that they will be stationary if the vehicle has not spawned in after being destroyed, and will remain so until the vehicle respawns, instantly jumping into them when they do spawn. And while these type of players can be extremely annoying to have on your team, in some scenarios they do prove themselves to be extremely useful, especially in game modes like Capture the Flag, where vehicles can be very vital for your team's victory. The Professional Excuse Generator. These players are generally looked down upon by the community. They can usually be found playing ranked primarily and have their voice chat at the ready, or possibly even active at all times. They will throw commands and instructions at the rest of their squad, and when they die, have a multitude of excuses at the ready. In their mind, they are never at fault, and the reason they died is always going to be you, regardless of their lack of skill. Any defeat they suffer will be due to the rest of their team, and every death will have a varying excuse, and you will probably never find a time when they admit to dying legitimately in their book. The Mlg Sniper. This form of player is scary to go up against and a joy to be teamed with. These players will always be holding the sniper rifle, and when they aren't, they'll be waiting for it to respawn, protecting its spawn location. And while this can be seen as quite an annoying player, when they do pick up the sniper rifle, they will make you forgive them with the amount of headshots that they will be dropping. They are so good that they can even snipe a Warthog's driver, long range, and snapshot the enemies that get too close. The average Joes will know to leave the sniper to these players, as they know that the Mlg Sniper won't let them down. But of course, you will get those noobs that will annoy these types of players, where they pick up the sniper thinking they know how to use it and end up missing every single shot, and or giving the sniper to the enemy players. The Grenade Spammer. These players are a mix of noob and average Joes, and they will live for grenades and throw them in every possible direction and chance they get. Most of the time, they will lack any sense of strategy or skill to their throws, most likely throwing it as soon as they spawn in or as soon as they see an enemy player, and in general will just run around throwing grenades hoping for that kill. In ranked, frequently even nading their own teammates. These players can be annoying to play with, as most of the time they are probably getting killed before any of the nades have done any significant damage to the enemy players, and need to be approached and taken care of quickly, as they are nearly as unpredictable as their grenade throws. The Slayer. This type of player has only one mission: to kill. Regardless of the game mode, they will kill. Capture the flag, they kill. Oddball, they kill. Slayer, they actually do their job extremely well. No matter who they are, they only care about appearing at the top of the leaderboard in terms of kills, and while it could end up helping your team eventually win the game, they couldn't care less. These players are generally the more skilled players who are constantly trying to test their aim and how quickly they can take the entire enemy team down, regardless if they have any help. And these type of players can generally be seen as a nuisance to players such as the average Joes who just want to play for fun rather than not seeing the enemy on the screen ever due to the Slayer taking them all down. And with that said guys, that does bring us to the end of this video, and that is 7 types of Halo Infinite players. Let me know down below which one you are, and if there are any different types that are not shown in this video, drop that down below too, and if there is enough demand, I will make a part 2 using your lot's suggestions. And as always, if you did enjoy, a like would be extremely appreciated. It does help out the channel a ton, and don't forget to join our Discord, link is at the top of the description. It is an easy way to get into contact with me, and there is a lot of other friendly people in there if you're just looking for someone to talk to. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for a lot more content like this and other Halo related videos, as well as Monster Hunter content if you are also a fan of that, as the channel is primarily Monster Hunter, but I will now be branching into Halo Infinite as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.